Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
And welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. I don't know how many times I've said that over the years. Many times. But it is the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming. We have breezed through this show, the special show, the
I sure wish I had some breakfast.
Bassmaster Classic. What do you want? You want something from? Yeah, we should have had Tori bring us in breakfast.
Tori
you know?
should have brought breakfast this
We'll
morning.
have to get him in another time and bring us breakfast, okay?
Bring this huge breakfast burrito or one of my omelets, steak omelet. You look like you want a steak omelet right now.
Yeah, I would take that steak omelet right now. Okay. I love his breakfasts at Wally Hatchett's on Summer Avenue, and Tori has been sitting in him, our newest sponsor on Outdoors with Larry Ray. I hope you've learned the lesson, because when we get through with this, we're going to pick our winners for the Classic. We're not going to tell these guys. You got one?
I think I got one.
Yep. We may have one right here. We got the guy that just coming off
There's no doubt about
big
my
win
mind.
on the St. Johns River with a 4-day total of 75 pounds and 4 ounces.
And he lives pretty close to Hartwell.
Well, Salem, Virginia is close enough. I guess more closer than Memphis. But let's talk to John Cruz. Good morning, John.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're pretty well fired up. And
really are.
Yeah, we want to start this because Bill Cooksey is one of our co-host, John, and he lives in Jackson, Tennessee. He's on the line, and he has a connection to your victory recently. Tell him, Bill.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much of a connection, but I think it's kind of interesting because one of my best friends spent every day of that tournament in the boat with you, John, and I think he may have been next in line for being excited about that win, and that's Jake Latondras.
Yeah. Jake is a great guy, very good at what he does, and it was definitely a shared victory. He was pulling for me, even though I don't know, he's probably not supposed to, but he definitely was pulling for me, and it felt like a team effort. He was trying to capture my emotions and exactly what was going on. So it was a lot of fun to have Jake in the boat. Great guy. I mean, just a great guy.
Well, we wanted to point that out. Cooksey wanted to tell you that because coming off this win,
congratulations!
Congratulations to you, buddy. And I know
thank you guys.
What does it do for you to have that big victory and set you up for the Classic?
It does a lot of things. It doesn't change my practice strategy or any of that kind of stuff. It definitely gives me a little more confidence that the win I had X number of years ago, 12 years ago, it wasn't a fluke, and I feel like I'm making good decisions on the water now. As a result, the very next week we go to the Harris Chain. I feel like I'm making good decisions again, but to be honest with you, I never really got on a good bite there, and I really tried to manage as much as I could, and I never got a big bite during the tournament and ended up not having a good tournament, and I was very upset about the result. But then as I started thinking about it after the event, I realized that I was making good decisions. I made a bunch of good adjustments, so I'm just going to try to keep doing that this coming week here at Hartwell. Just make good adjustments, try to read the water, and let the fish tell me what they want to do.
Yeah, and how does Lake Hartwell set up for you, John?
Well, we've fished Hartwell a number of times, and I think this might be my fifth tournament here, fourth or fifth tournament here, fifth tournament here, and it's been a little bit different each time. The water level's been different. The weather pattern's been a little bit different. Something has been a little bit different. But Hartwell, it's a good lake. It reminds me of Bugs Island, which I kind of grew up fishing.
Yeah.
But there's definitely the herring, the herring element that has all the lakes in this region have that we didn't really have at Bugs Island. We kind of have it now, but we didn't have it back then. But the terrain is very similar, and it fishes really, really big. So this is a lake that if you can figure out a pattern, you can run it and usually do well. It's not as much of a spot like a spot usually doesn't hold up for more than a day or two on this lake.
Right.
And I think it's because it's so big and you can move around, and the fish can move around, and so can the anglers. Yeah.
Now, it's a blueback herring lake like you were talking about, John. but I think it's going to probably take some largemouths to win this thing. Your thoughts on that?
I think, well, with it being warm,
Yeah.
I think you're right, Ron. I think it's definitely gonna have that element in your bag. But I think that, you know, somebody can definitely do well with more than half spots in their bag.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to have to be a largemouth thing.
Right.
The spots are big. They're going to be getting keyed up. They're going to be like right on the cusp of that spawn that's probably going to happen, you know, a couple weeks after we're here.
Right.
I mean, it might happen the week after we're here
That's
for the
right.
Classic.
Yeah.
You know, like the next week to 2 weeks, I think the spawn very well could happen here in South Carolina. The weather, I mean, I'm down here now, and you know, yesterday temperatures was in the mid 70s. A little cooler this weekend, but man, it's in the 70s, and you know, water temperature's warming up, and it's getting about 3 or 4 weeks away from it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, John, for those of you that don't know, out here in the radio land here in the Mid-South, John Crews is the founder and owner, president, janitor, and everything else of Missile Baits.
He will have some of those in
Yeah.
his bait.
John, if you were to pick some baits, Missile Baits, that could be a winner there at Hartwell, what would they be?
Well, the bomb shot is a proven
shot,
fish catcher for catching those big spots on a drop shot. I think that will be a factor.
Okay.
We've got the Quiver 4.5 is a smaller bait that I designed for fishing on a Neko rig or a Tokyo rig.
I
think
can't
that
wait
on
to
a
see
Neko rig,
that.
Yeah.
that on the Neko rig will definitely play for the spots. And then when you turn to largemouth, if we get some of those largemouth moving up and kind of easing around the bank, we might be able to skip a Missile Baits 48 stickworm around near them, or possibly if they're in some kind of cover, be flipping a D-bomb in there. I mean, all those baits I have tied on in my boat.
All right, we got John Crews on the line with us on Outdoors of Larry Ray out of Salem, Virginia. And we've talked to a lot of these guys, John, and before we ask you what you think, how much weight it's going to take, I love your videos. I wished I was in weightlifting like you. I mean, I have trouble lifting my foot sometimes, but John is a weightlifter and takes care of himself, which you really got to do in this sport, don't you, John?
Exactly. You know, it's a lifestyle I've been doing. I've been into fitness. You know, I mean, since high school.
Yeah.
And the more, it's just like fishing. You know, the more you do it, the more you learn, the more you experiment, the more you try different things and see what works for you and what doesn't. And I enjoy that part of it as well. I think it helps with the fishing. It helps me make better decisions on the water. I can stay focused better. My body can recover better at night. It's just it all works together, really.
Well, it's got to be part of this thing. So 13 classics.
Right.
Lucky 13 for John Crews. What's it going to take, John? All these other guys have been in cahoots. I've said that twice on this show. I've never done that in 21 years. What's it going to take to walk away with that amazing trophy?
I think you're going to have more than 50 pounds for a 3-day total, but I don't think it's going to take over 60. I think it'll take in the low to mid 50s. We'll win this tournament.
I'm just amazed. Ron, have you told all these guys to say the same number?
I haven't said a thing
think
to
Ron
these guys.
Long, John has set this up. He's got me set up here.
All of you
have said low 50s, mid 50s, maybe
up to 55
up
pounds.
to 55. So
that's right.
You're right in the missile, so to speak. No pun intended for that. So what would it mean to John Crews after 13 times? I know a man named Buck Gardner. It took him 14 times to win the World Championship of duck calling. He won it on his 14th time, and then he won the Champion of Champions the next year and retired. What's it going to take for John Crews to get that trophy?
What does it mean to you?
Yeah, what would it mean to you?
Oh, it would be amazing, you know. But I mean, my focus right now is to try to figure out exactly what the better So I think the fishing's going to be real good here.
Okay.
It's going to take a little better average. That's really where my focus is. It doesn't mean anything to think about it if you're not focused on what it takes to get there. So I'm more focused on the process, and that's where I'm going to stay.
Well, John, we appreciate you being on Outdoors with Larry Ray on this Saturday morning. Ron Wong, Samantha Gay, and Candace Harper. We got 2 women with Ron, so watch out for him, John. Okay?
We'll see you there
Lord
at the Classic.
Mercy.
Did you hear what he said?
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy, he said, Ron.
Well,
so
Samantha and I will be there to talk to you.
Yes. So,
yeah, look forward to seeing you.
All right, buddy. Go get him. Okay, thank you, John. All right.
Thank y'all.
All right, John Crews. All right. I'm really looking forward to this. Got a couple of minutes before we make our picks next week. First Saturday, Dave Gabbert, Gene Smith, Gary Lester, handler for the 2022 National Bird Dog Championship. Spence Halford is going to be in studio. Rolling Thunder game calls. Yes, they are moving to Somerville. Going to talk to him. Tony Dolly, the president of the Tennessee Outdoor Writers Association, going to join us as a co-host on that. All right, let's pick winners. Where's my list? I didn't get a list. I don't need a list. Keep it over there. All right.
Tori.
Guest selection. Tori Schoaf, what is it?
I'll tell you real quick. I do think that being an underdog myself.
Yes,
right,
that's right.
I do think that little research here that Lee Livesay from Longview, Texas, and I'll tell you why. In 2019, he didn't place very well at Lake Hartsville.
Yes, he did.
He didn't. So, but he is hungry.
He's hungry, okay?
From what I can tell, I'm
that
hungry.
fits you as a restaurant man.
It's too early in the morning. But
okay.
But I see that he qualified 28th.
Okay.
And I think that he's going to be a strong contender for some of the gentlemen we talked today.
And by the way,
okay,
he probably has the fastest boat on the water there.
Wow. All right, come on, Ron. We got to pick him now. He's picked it. Tori's in. All right, Ron?
Right. Matt Airy.
Matt Airy. Okay.
Another good choice.
All right. Well, I'm going on a limb. I
3 feet.
I want the 3 feet. I want Hank Cherry to win 3 in a row. I just want it to happen.
Let's not forget Bill.
Bill, how about you?
Those are some great picks, and I bad want to pick Patrick Walters, but I can't do it. I've got to go with a guy that had it in the palm of his hand the last time the Classic was at Hartwell, and that's Jason Christie.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, Ron Wong, thank you for being with us. Bill Cooksey, wherever you are, thank you, buddy. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Tori, thank you. Thank you for being part of the team now on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Always welcome. Okay?
Thank you very much.
We'll see you at Wally Hatchett's. Go out there.
Bring your breakfast burrito.
All right. Shelby, thank you. Let's get out of here. This is Larry Ray reminding you, as I do each and every week, it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport, and God bless the USA.
Amen.